Greetings, everyone. How are you doing today? What's today? Today is Monday. Happy Monday, and happy full moon in Scorpio. We had a full moon this morning. Came in during I think it came in during a Mars hour. And we are still in the window of a full moon for 3 days. So we have 3 days to really work with this energy. The Scorpio energy is an opportunity to have an experience of deep transformation. All of life is about releasing and letting go and taking in. We are in a constant state of revolution. We're in a constant state of dying and being born again. When I was a Christian, they would always say, you die daily, right? And so that is a real thing. We watch the sun die. We watch night turn to day and day turn to night. And that is a death of sorts. I have had the experience of many people in my life who were on this plane, dropping the body and going into the next plane. That is a transition. Death is not really real because we are in a constant state of, energy doesn't die. It just takes from one form to the next. So Scorpio is the crux of that, where we are having an experience of our own realities, our own creations dying, our own. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Just send a heart or something like that to let me know if you can actually hear my voice. You can? Okay, great, thank you. So it is during the Scorpio energy, the Scorpio full moon, that we are, it's a experience of alchemizing the things that no longer serve you, and taking those same materials, those same energies, and shifting them into something new. So let me see how this is working for me, because the sun is in Taurus, and remember, this is our master nodal class. So we're following the nodes, which are connected to the moon, and the moon is reflecting the light of the sun. The moon has no light of its own. And so the sun is currently in Taurus. And Taurus is about our values. It's about our worthiness. It's about how we manage our material possessions. And with the full moon in Scorpio, it's saying, look at these areas of your life. Are you showing up as you are meant to show up? Do you understand your value? Do you understand your work, your mission, how you are meant to be, how you show up in the world, right? So like, for instance, if you're a teacher, whatever you teach, your mind functions like somebody who knows how to take information and then give it back in a way that functions as a teacher. That is a value system of yours. If you are a doctor, I'm just using examples. If you are a doctor, your mind knows how to look at something that is out of alignment and find resources or solutions that will bring it back into alignment so that it will function in the way that it's meant to. Like, you have to know your value. If you are a mother, you are someone who is nurturing and someone who is building and creating environments for those around you or your children to become themselves. If you are a speaker, you are someone who uses you have to understand your value. What do you bring to environments? And this has been very tricky, because I feel like, for me personally, when I was young, I thought that my value was really just going to be based on a relationship, having a love relationship, being chosen by a man, having a man think that I'm fantastic, right? Like, that was, so I built those things. So I would do this stuff to be appealing. But as I grew up and realized that couldn't source my value in how other people thought of me or somebody choosing me, I had to start to discover what my value was for myself. What did I value about myself? What made me who I am? What am I interested in? What are the things? How do I function? How am I? And so as I have stopped using external validation as a way to feel valuable within myself, during the Scorpio full moon, I have been releasing those patterns, letting them go, noticing where I'm doing them in places, noticing where I say yes when I really mean no, where I agree to things because without thinking about them first, or asking the questions to see if it's really suited to something that is aligned for me. I have become someone who rations my time and energy out in a way that is beneficial to me, and not just giving my value away because I'm looking to be loved or saying. I now give myself the love that I would want another to give me, so that I'm no longer bending my energy and my way of being to get somebody to love me, to get people to like me, to get people to want to be with me. I am fulfilling my own, so if it's touch, I touch my body, I massage myself, I go get massages. If I need someone who can hear me and mirror back to me, I have friends who can do that, or a business partner, and we talk and I ask for support. Like, I literally have become responsible for my needs, and I'm no longer waiting for another person in my mind, hoping like, oh, are they gonna acknowledge me? Are they gonna? If I need to feel special, I'm going to do the things that generate my own feelings of specialness. I'm not going to wait for someone else to do it. If that is a value system for me, so whatever it is I need that is my value structure, I am going to supply it to myself. And the ways that I have been seeking it externally now get to be alchemized in this Scorpio full moon. I get to alchemize it and make it bring it into greater alignment with who I'm becoming, the new version of myself, right? So look at your life and see, where are you misaligned in your power? Where are you giving power away? Where are you, I know that I have this thing when people have, and it's a very tricky thing, when people have really done something in my life that I value, when they have provided a service or an idea or wisdom or something that I really value, I will create like special containers for people that extend to them in ways that really, it's like, we had that experience, I'm grateful for, but now I'm complete. Like, I don't owe you anything, except for if that I paid you already, or that I've given you in exchange already. But I'm not going to hold, I have had a tendency to hold special places for people in my life because of, it has felt like some sort of indebtedness. And I'm no longer doing that. And, there are people who are like, you have to respect your elders. But everyone who's old is not an elder. Just because you're old doesn't mean you have the wisdom that qualifies you to be an elder, right? Like, really giving people value who actually, for lack of a better word, deserve it. You know what I mean? For lack of a better word, where it is in sync, in alignment, in connection with you. Not assigning people special places because the culture says that should be it, or because you had some historic experience that was valuable, but the historic experience was for then, it's not for now. And understanding, really, like, it's so important to know what choice to make. What choice to make? Do I choose to participate in this? Is this going to be valuable for me going forward? Or is this something that is done for me now? I don't need this. Does this go into the recycle bin, or does this go into the going in the future bin? Like, really understanding and getting out of your ego and beginning to feel like, well, does this feel right? Like, I have had experiences in my life with people who have been amazing, but it just doesn't feel right any longer. It just doesn't fit any longer because I am changing. I am changing. And when I change, that means that my world around me changes. So beginning to shift your energy away, your attention away from things that no longer, not giving it your attention anymore. So, I might hear, oh, those people are doing such and such and such. And I'm like, oh, I'm not interested in that any longer. So I'm not even paying attention to what they're doing. I don't have the fear of missing out. I literally am knowing that I am calling in something else that is more aligned to me. And this is the power of the Scorpio moon. And when you give yourself your attention to this, if they're calling it the flower moon, right? Because something is blossoming. But you have to give your attention to that which is blossoming and take it away from that which is dying. Give your attention to that which is blossoming. And maybe that which is blossoming is very subtle. Maybe it's a belief in yourself. Maybe it's a sense of worthiness. Maybe it's a feeling that you can feel a new change coming, and you're just gonna sit with the sense of that, right? Like, how can you begin to put your energy on what is blossoming and take it away from what is decaying? A little bit at a time. Just through self-love, self-acknowledgement. I acknowledge that I'm complete with that now. I acknowledge that I'm open to something else. I acknowledge that I'm ready for a new self to emerge. I acknowledge that I'm ready to experience the new ways that I can be in the world. I acknowledge that I forgive myself for lingering in old things that don't serve me anymore, and I release it. I forgive myself, and I acknowledge that I am open to the new that is being born within me. And when you feel it, when you sense it, don't overlook it. Maybe you write it down. Maybe like if something comes up that sparks a new thing, and literally put your energy on it, put your attention on it so that it will blossom. All right, y'all. I think that's all I got. I'm also going to do a prayer. So right where you are, if you are driving, do not close your eyes. But if you are in your private space or at a park or somewhere, you can close your eyes and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. 2 more times. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 last time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. It is in the breath where we actually experience the power of life and death. On the breath in, we take in life. On the breath out, we exhale that which we no longer need, that which no longer serves us. We allow the death to come in the in breath and the out breath. So it is in this experience and awareness of breathing that we know that life is breath. It is the subtle energy that is moving through us, taking into our lungs, bringing oxygen in and releasing that which is no longer necessary. This is the energy of Scorpio. It is always happening. It happens in our reproductive system. It happens in the term from night to day. It happens when we have a thought and release it. We are in a constant state of releasing and becoming. And so I just step into a spirit of gratitude for that which is going and that which is coming and the consistency with which it does. I trust and know that we are open to the spirit of grace and forgiveness, that we easily allow ourselves the grace and the compassion to release who we no longer are. And we joyfully and enthusiastically become receptive to that which is new, that which we are becoming. giving thanks for every version of ourselves, every face, every experience, every emotion, knowing that it is all a part of the creative process. It is all divine. It is all consciousness, and we are one with it. We are the expression. We are the face of the divine. Call your own name, knowing that that is the name of the Christed One, of the Godhead, of the higher self. And you are aligned to that which you are becoming, and you are releasing that which you no longer need with grace and ease, compassion and forgiveness. It is the ebb and flow of your breath. It is the releasing, the collapsing of thought forms, the rising of thought forms. It is constant. And in this consistency, you are aligned to the frequency that is yours, that no one else can embody but you. It accesses you with ease and grace. It helps you release that which you no longer receive, the frequency to be your most beloved self, your most loved self, your most accepted self, your most prized self, the self that knows that every part of you is necessary, the self that knows that every experience you have had has served you to your greater yet to be, the self that knows that the darkest times prepare you for the highest and lightest times, the self that is one with all that is. And we breathe in through the nose and release through the mouth. You are one with the wind. You are one with the sky. You are one with the sun and the moon and the forces of nature, those that are seen and unseen. You are the full embodiment of life itself. And I trust and know that as you stand on the precipice of your new yet to be, the bounty and the goodness and the abundance and the wholeness and the alignment and the contentment and the comfort that you desire is ready, right here, right now. And all you need to do is say, I accept, I allow, my good, I am ready. For this and so much more, we give thanks, enthusiastically being the God self that you are born to be in this physical form body. Giving thanks for all that is. I know that my sound went out, so I just trust and know that everything that needs to be heard was heard, and all that needed to be received was received. And so it is. I am the Moon Mama. If you guys need any support, you can check out my website at healwithmoonmama.com. I will be happy to support you with coaching. We have we have Daughters of the 13 Moons orientation this week, so you can check that out in my bio, my link tree, and register for that. That is coming. And it is my pleasure to be of support to you. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.